Johannesburg is falling apart. Okay, so this is African time. The name is Vidashi Studios. Johannesburg, South Africa is believed by most saying that mostly the Joburg people believing that Johannesburg has fallen or is falling. And then they're actually sharing their remorses here. And the comment section was actually sad. I don't really know how much is happening in Johannesburg, but it was believed to be one of the best cities in Africa. But now things are actually going on a wrong turn, okay? But hey, let's see this. This one also came and says, Johannesburg fell apart years back. Patriotic South Africans tried to raise their awareness, but it fell on deaf ears. Okay, now see this.
The first level of the projects is to try to raid, to push back criminals in those buildings. And of course, the second phase will be taking over the building and evacuating the occupants of the building.
Okay, so this is an ongoing campaign, because you spoke to us at ENC in October last year about your efforts, as an incoming mayor, to really address the issue of hijacked buildings. Do you have an estimate of the number of hijacked buildings that are in the inner city today?
Well, it could be more than 200 or so. But those that are owned by the city that we're focusing on currently is just around 48. So the effort is to bring back those, as we also engage property owners to work with them to also assist in also bringing back those that are in private hands, because it's important for us to really be aggressive on this thing as part of the rejuvenation of the city. It requires efforts from ourselves, the police, property owners and general population to help us to address this thing.
Are the private property owners coming to the party? Because for the longest time they were feeling left alone, they were feeling abandoned by the city, not being helped, a bit frustrated. Are they working well with you now?
Now we've had good meetings with property owners, others who have come forward and said, we own these buildings, we've got the money to start renovation. We've been asking the city for some time to help evacuate the people there. So we think with their efforts and our collaboration with the private sector and the property owners, we'll be able to achieve our ultimate goal, which is basically rejuvenation of the inner city.
Yeah, there was a story late last year about Remington Court, which had been successfully, it was a notorious building, hijacked, but apparently it's been successfully revamped, or on the way being revamped to be for students' accommodation. Are those the kind of efforts you want to see the private sector do more and more?
Yeah. That's the efforts we're doing, and I think even ourselves, we also recovered one last year, which has already been renovated, with 155 units for low-cost rentals ranging from 800 to 1,900. So we're making inroads, and that's the type of interventions we'd like to see. And we're still calling on the private sector to really come in and invest in the inner city.
Okay, so there you have it, my South Africans. That is the mayor of Joburg, Johannesburg. Man is actually planning on how to get the city back on track. They are now planning on how they can evacuate illegal migration, or illegal people, foreigners, actually stay in our hijacked buildings in Johannesburg, so that they can actually clear them off and also get to check within the ones that are criminals and ones that are not, and also get to make the country or the place or the city safe. They're also planning a lot of things here. Now, as you watch in the video, that is the mayor of Johannesburg. And he's actually assuring you guys that Johannesburg is going to get back up and everything is going to be fine. So they are saying that. So I believe, to my Johannesburg people watching this, hopefully you guys have some faith, and then you guys hold your leaders accountable and then get the city back to its glory. Because I know Johannesburg is one of the best cities in Africa. Although, yeah, illegal migrants and a lot of things are happening in the city, but hopefully your leaders, your DAs, your people, the mayors actually get to work and get the city working. I know people are complaining about the potholes, the traffic lights not working, the people standing on the streets, a lot of things, foreigners hijacking buildings, a lot of things are not working smoothly in Joburg right now. But as the minister or the mayor says, they actually now are taking each and every steps one by one to make sure Joburg get back to at its rightful, grateful stage it used to be. Okay, but still some Johannesburg people are actually still not happy with the progress of Johannesburg right now. This one says, shocking to say the least. When will you start? Stop talking and begin to implement. Again, this one also says, now that they have identified those 180 buildings, can they please reclaim all of them by April, latest June? Again, this one also says, simple thing. Joburg CBD is filthy, sewage running down the streets, robots not working, too much potholes. He must fix that first, and I'll believe mayor in reclaiming hijacked buildings. Thank you. Okay, this one is saying that there's a whole lot of things happening in Johannesburg. You can, as you can see on the screen, Joburg is one of the beautiful cities in Africa. Just see how a city looks like. It's actually really beautiful. It's nice, but Johannesburg people are actually complaining, saying that it's beautiful in the sky, but it's actually not how it seems. They say the robots are not working, sewages, gutters are just all over the place, fields, illegal, everything is actually not in place in the city. And then mostly the lights are not on too. It's like that. Okay, so they're saying that mayor needs to do something about that before they can actually take him serious about him trying to really reclaim 180 buildings hosted by illegal immigrants. Okay, this is what is happening in Johannesburg, South Africa, and I believe things will get better and the leaders can actually get to work. I believe Africa will get better. I believe every country or city will get better, and I believe the people will be happy one day. The name is African Time. This is African Time. This is Vidashi Studios. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and most importantly, follow for more African tips and African news and get to know what is happening in your favorite countries, cities, and most importantly, your place that you stay. This is our love. Hopefully, Johannesburg gets better soon and follow the city like Cape Town. Because Cape Town is doing great recently in the world market. Although Johannesburg in 2024 becomes the world best city for food, that is number 2 in the world global ranking and number 1 in the whole of Africa. So you guys need to do better for that one, okay? Hopefully, everything will be fine for you guys. The name is Brashi. Thank you for your time.